And I'm back once again. This is Johnlewisbrooks, and we are in Leviticus chapter 25, verse 23. We're getting ready to wrap things up finally, and I'll get these posted for everybody to enjoy. The land shall not be sold forever, for the land is mine, for you are strangers and sojourners with me. Notes, the land of Israel still belongs to God just as much as it did those thousands of years ago. And the Palestinians should learn and understand that. Even though they're fighting for it, God's still in charge, and whenever He shows up, He's going to wipe the floor with some people later on. Like I said, there's going to be a worldwide judgment based on how the Jewish people have been treated, and it's in Joel chapter 3, verse 2. It's one of the main judgments, and it is just around the corner, my friends. It's one of the near things in our prophetic time clock that needs to happen, and it's going to happen. And I'm going to be looking down from heaven and smiling, because I'll be glad for it. Verse 24. And in all the land of your possession you shall grant a redemption for the land. Note, the land could be redeemed by a near relative, for example. Verse 25. If your brother be waxed poor and has sold away some of his possession, and if any of his kin come to redeem it, then shall he redeem that which his brother sold. Verse 26. And if the man have none to redeem it, and himself be able to redeem it, then let him count the years of the sale thereof, and restore the overplus unto the man to whom he sold it, that he may return unto his possession. Notes, the redemption price would be according to the number of years left before the year of Jubilee. Verse 28. But if he be not able to restore it to him, then that which is sold shall remain in the hand of him who bought it until the year of Jubilee. And in the Jubilee it shall go out, and he shall return unto his possession. Notes, in other words, it will go back to its original owner. Verse 29. And if a man sell a dwelling house in a walled city, then he may redeem it within a whole year after it is sold, and within a full year may he redeem it. Notes, in other words, he can buy it back within a year at the price for which he sold it if he so desires. Verse 30. And if it be not redeemed within the space of a full year, then the house that is in the walled city shall be established forever to him who brought it throughout his generations, and shall not go out in the Jubilee. Notes, houses in cities were looked at differently. They were not to go back to the original owner on the year of Jubilee, that is, if they were not redeemed during the first year after the sale. Verse 31. But the houses of the villages which have no wall round about them shall be counted as the fields of the country. They may be redeemed, and they shall go out in the Jubilee. Notes, they're going to say it again, they will go back to the original owner of the year on the year of Jubilee. Verse 32. Notwithstanding, the cities of the Levites and the houses of the cities of their possession may the Levites redeem at any time. Notes, the Levites were not bound by the year of Jubilee. Verse 33. And if a man purchase of the Levites, then the house that was sold and the city of his possession shall go out in the year of Jubilee, for the houses of the cities of the Levites are their possession among the children of Israel. Notes, at any rate, exactly as most others, all property purchased from the Levites would go back to them on the year of Jubilee. Verse 34. But the field of the suburbs of the cities may not be sold, for it is their perpetual possession. Notes, the land which belonged to the Levites could not be sold, but must remain in their possession. So if they incurred debts the debt had to be settled another way other than confiscating their property, which may be kind of a benefit. Verse 35. And if your brother be waxed poor and fallen in decay with you, then you shall relieve him. Notes, how can I say this? Decay with you, fallen and decay with you could actually be translated to your knowledge, and then you shall relive him could actually be translated to help him. Scripture, yes, though he be a Gentile or a sojourner, that he may live with you. Notes, Gentile proselytes to the covenant of Abraham must be treated exactly as Israelites. Very interesting concept. If someone chose to follow the Jewish and Mosaic laws and God's laws and literally just choose to be a Jew, they could certainly do it. I could do it right now, but I like being an American, even though I love the Jewish people. Verse 36. Take thou no usury of him or increase, but fear your God, that your brother may live with you. Notes, regarding loans, no Israelite was to charge interest of another Israelite or a proselyte. They were supposed to be on equal status as far as living together. Verse 37. You shall not give him your money upon usury, nor lend him your victuals for increase. Notes, don't try to make money regarding one in need, but rather help him by loaning him money at no interest, etc., etc., etc. Verse 38. I am the Lord your God, which brought you forth from the land of Egypt to give you the land of Canaan to be your God. And if your brother who dwells by you be waxed poor and be sold unto you, you shall not compel him to serve as a bondservant. Notes, in other words, you are not going to treat him as a slave. Verse 40. But as an hired servant, and as a sojourner he shall be with you, and shall serve you unto the year of Jubilee. Notes, in other words, it's okay for you to hire your brother or someone like that to work for you, but you are not to mistreat them as a slave. I can't believe how many times I got into a fight with an atheist on the internet over the slave issue of the Bible. It's just simply not there. When we think of slavery in America, we think of what's going on in Africa right now, or we think of what happened in the 18th and the 17th century America, where there was a bunch of black people out picking cotton. This is not what it's talking about. This is something totally different, and your Strong's Concordance and your Hebrew language will confirm that I'm telling the truth. Before I went on my little tirade, I believe we're at verse 41. Yeah, we're at verse 41. And then shall he depart from you, both he and his children with him, and shall return unto his own family, and unto the possession of his fathers shall he return. Notice, in other words, he's completely free of all obligations, whatever they might have been. Verse 42. For they are my servants, which I brought out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as bondsmen. Notes, the Lord had redeemed all Israelites out of Egypt, and therefore no Israelite must make a slave of a fellow Israelite. Verse 43. You shall not rule over him with rigor, but shall fear your God. Notice, like I say, in today's terminology, we must remember that every other believer belongs to the Lord and treat him accordingly, whether we like him or not. Verse 44. Actually, we're going to have to pick up at Leviticus chapter 25, verse 44. Thank you and God bless. I pray blessings upon whoever listens to this and whoever